I read a really great interview by Art Tripaldi. He was reviewing a show that you did in Pittsfield. I don't know if you were, it was probably for Blues Review, but I'm not sure. But I remember reading it, and I said, wow, I really got to get into this, because he kept talking about how the crowd was so into it. You know,
Right. I think what Art Tripaldi was talking about in that interview was probably the review from the show. He was there the night I recorded the live album.
Yeah.
And that was at the Colonial Theater in Pittsfield, and like over 800 people, and it was a lot of the old, not saying Art's old, but a lot of the guys that have experience in the blues said that was one of the greatest representations of the call and response of the old blues and how the guys used to do it, where the guy would do something or the guitar would do something, the audience was right there with it. So their reactions
like
were
King,
right,
Regal,
right,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, and it was a very energetic night of a lot of good energy in the room, and the people were just, it's just one of those shows. That feels so good. You can hear the whole thing on there.
There was another song on there that I enjoyed, is Hoochie Coochie Man, where you mixed in Dixie Chicken with
right,
it.
Right.
I thought that worked out really well. How'd you happen to get that idea?
The drummer that was on that, his name is Aaron Scapine, and when we combined Hoochie Coochie and Dixie Chicken, he was a Little Feat fanatic. So that happened, I don't know, a couple times maybe before that show, where we mess around when we're doing live shows, and went into that. So I did it on the album because I like the song too, and I'm a Little Feat fan too, and it just seemed to fit. And what in my mind, it's kind of cool to tie in where the blues was and where it is. You know what I mean? What Little Feat did a lot of blues influenced music, even though you could call them a blues band in a certain way, but they weren't considered a blues band.
Yeah.
But they did, they did soulful music.
Yeah.
And here I go from Muddy Waters, which I'm doing my own version of, tie in a Little Feat with it, and then go back into Muddy, which was, the old combining the new, and there's a song that shows it.
Yeah. And the Rock Me Baby, you had much of a revved up.
Yeah, revved.
Say B.B.
Yeah, I know.
That was pretty wild.
That's what happened that night,
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get into a zone. I was reading that. But kind of like a basketball player. I was watching basketball. But I guess that's the feeling you get when you just happen to really get into it.
Yeah, it's true, and that's the place we all try to get to as musicians. I think, at least I do. It's like I've literally woke up on stage. Sounds crazy, but no effects from any other, no alcohol, drugs, nothing. Just the music. And wake up, and I've got so far out into that zone that I've woke up. I remember this happened to me touring with B.B. King, so I'm waking up in front of 2,000 people, and I'm not even knowing what room I'm in.
Wow.
And I'm playing a guitar. And it's it's hard to believe, but it happens, and it's like, first thing you got to figure out is what song you're in.
Oh, jeez.
Because your subconscious is, you're still going, but your mind is, it's split second that this stuff is happening, but it's like, it's scary.
Where you take off into
another
song.
Yeah, it's scary.
Can you tell me a little about the gentleman that you're playing with now in your band?
Well, Carl Allwire's on bass. He's probably the best bass player I've ever had. He's also a guitarist, which is an exceptional guitarist, but he does so well at bass. And a lot of guitarists aren't able to understand that. It's two different instruments completely. And Carl understands bass. He just got that. And I remember the first time I tried him out, we went on a tour. We were in Canada, and I hadn't even played with him yet. We just talked. But I had a mutual friend that said, this guy's going to be perfect for you, and he knew him. And the first show, within the first song, I knew I had my new bass player. It's like, wow, this guy's really good. So he does great. He does great with background vocals. And on drums, I have Connor Meehan, which is one of the first guys I played with way back when. He's a very naturally gifted drummer that's studied it, has his degree in music and has everything, and he studies all different styles, and he has a good time playing with me because I tell him strictly to take everything you've learned and get rid of it.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to just play with what we're feeling, you know, get in the moment and find the pulse of the song. So he likes that side of it too. So.
And as a three-piece group, it's very important that everybody carries their share.
Yeah, as a three-piece, there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
You know, one of us messes up, and we all have to follow and make it look like that guy didn't mess up.
Well, I want to ask a little bit about the touring that you have coming up. I see that you've got a gig in St. John's.
Right, a couple weeks we head to St. John's, and looking forward to that one. That's a fun place to go play music.
Yeah.
We're headlining Blues Fest down there. You know, we've been just kind of finding the balance of building and music, and what I'm trying to do right now is just kind of keep that balance. But I'm hoping to go in the studio. I've been talking with Jim Gaines. Jim Gaines is going to produce the next album, and got a lot of really cool stuff written and ready to go. And I'm hoping to go in around April or May. I'm not sure when all this will come out at, but April or May is when I'm planning to go and record it, and I'm hoping to release it in like midsummer.
These will be all originals, or covers and originals?
Mostly originals. I like to throw one or two covers on, but that's about it. You know, I like to keep it. So we are planning about August to really go and hit it hard. I mean, harder than I've ever hit it. So this is going to be a new change for me too.
Yeah, I see a couple down in Missouri and Colorado.
Yeah, you know, that's what we try to do, is kind of get festivals that.
Some bluegrass guys down there in the thing.
Well, maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe we're talking Italy and Germany in July also, which hasn't hit that. But you know, everything's an if until it happens in the music.
You're going to be playing in Collinsville, Connecticut, and it's a relatively new place, Bridge Street Live.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be, I see your schedule will be playing with Jeff Mitchell.
Yeah.
We know Jeff. He's played here many
Right.
times. Is he going to be? Are you going to be in a band together, or is he?
No, I think I haven't even met Jeff yet, but this is being worked out. But I think we're going to get along great. I mean, I remember hearing his name before I even got into it.
Oh, yeah.
So I would imagine, out of respect for that, I would open the show, and then I think Jeff's going to come and do a show, and then I think we're going to get up and play together.
Yeah, he's very good at playing with people too.
Yeah, no, I like his stuff, and I look forward to that show. It's going to be a fun time.
And briefly to mention the Blues Stock show, which I was excited about because it's got a ton of good people.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show.
And when the Poconos went down, then everybody says, yikes, what are we going to do without the Poconos? It's such a popular festival. And then all of a sudden this came up. I said, super, you know. We got to go.
Yeah, it looks like they've got, I mean, the names on that list are just amazing. So I'm so excited to be a part of that. I can't wait.
I think that's going to be a really good one.
And it's, you know, it's not local to me, but it's close by too, so that's even better.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you know, we travel some long distances, and that's not that far.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice just to get some of that, you know, northeast flavor of the mountains and the, you know, pretty areas.
Yeah. Well, it's really nice talking to you, and we're looking forward to the show tonight.
Well,
so,
good.
Thanks a lot for the interview.
Yeah, thank you, Ed.
All right.
So I didn't answer. I answered about 2 questions out of 40. Every once in a while, that would come to mind. I'd be like, and of course, my band with everything they're doing with the window over there, you know, trying to mess with me, so it'd break my concentration.
Can you just do one more thing for me?
Yeah.
Can you look at the camera, say your name, your band, and then say you are watching Impact TV?
Impact.
Impact, P-A-C-T.
Impact.
Yep.
Sure. Is it on?
Yep, anytime you're ready.
Hey, this is Albert Cummings from the Albert Cummings Band. You are watching Impact TV. Thanks for watching. Something like that? Good?
Yeah, can you try it again? And don't look up as soon as you're done, because I can't cut that out, because you looked up at me.
All right.
Just hold it for 1 second after you're done.
Hey, this is Albert Cummings, the Albert Cummings Band, and you're watching Impact TV. Thanks for watching. Good enough?